Okay, so in this video, Joe knows how to flush brake fluid. We are working on a 2018 Honda Accord, and today's quote of the day is, "Many hands make light work." Let's get to it. Okay, so first step we want to do is get to your brake fluid reservoir. We're going to turn that counterclockwise. Let's just set it off there to the side. You also have this next piece in here that's got to come out, and you are going to have this strainer. Remove the strainer. Put that all off to the side. Make sure everything looks clean around it, and it does look fine in there. We're going to just put a rag around here in case we spill anything. There's several ways to do this. I'm using a turkey baster. We just want to take out all of the old stuff that's in here. We'll just get rid of all of that. And then we're going to fill it with brand new brake fluid. I'm going to start off with some leftover genuine Honda DOT3 brake fluid. Just use a funnel so I don't spill it everywhere. Synthetic. This is good for DOT3 and 4 brake fluid. This is fine for your Honda. Okay, what we want to do is just, we're close to the max line. We'll just get a little further up. Okay, I'm just going to put the lid on. I'm not tightening it. I'm just going to leave it sitting there. I just don't want anything blowing inside there. It's a windy day here. Just going to leave it just like that. And now we're going to get to actually flushing the brake line. So the sequence for performing the brake fluid flush is we start off with the wheel that's closest to the oil reservoir. The front left, that's the driver's side front. And then we're going to go to the front right, that's the passenger side. And then from there, we have to go and do the rear. Okay, next step in the process is we're going to jack up the front end of the car. We're going to put jack stands. Always use jack stands, never rely on the jack by itself, okay? Safety always comes first. Okay, so next we have the tire off, and we need to access the brake fluid bleed line. You've got this little rubber cap here. We're going to remove this. You just jiggle it off. Don't lose that, we need this, okay? And next we're going to loosen this, and we're going to put a line on here. Okay, so next thing what I'm going to do is first just break this loose with a 10 millimeter. Okay, I'm not going to go any further than that because I'm going to use this, actually put it on here so I can get my tube on here, and we'll get ready for the next step. Okay, so I have this tubing here that we're going to put on that little valve. Just so you see, it's a 1/4 inch ID, 3/8 OD. You only need a couple of 3 feet. This is a little bit longer than that. Okay. And then I'm going to drop the other end into this tube, to this bottle. And what you have to do is have, in this approach, have somebody, you need a second person who's going to step on the brake pedal. You're going to pump it 3 times. On the 3rd time, you're going to hold the brake pedal down. As that brake is being held down, we're going to break this open, and then we're going to let some of the brake fluid out. Then I'm going to tighten it back up and then tell my partner to release the foot off the brake pedal. We're going to repeat this process multiple times until we actually see the fluid in the line coming out clear.
1, 2, 3. So an important thing to note here is you're going to feel the brake press all the way in on the 3rd pump.
Okay, so this is what the brake fluid looks like after cycling the fluid through the brake line several times on this line. So looks fairly clear and golden, and I would say we are good there. Now we're going to go check our oil reservoir. We're going to need to top that oil reservoir off every time we do this for each tire. Okay, so I just want to point to your attention. We had it at max and it's down at the low level. You see how much we actually emptied out the reservoir. So really big caution here. Do not let the reservoir go dry, because you'll end up with air in the line, and that's a whole other problem. So really be careful. Now we're going to refill this. Okay, so after completing the 4th tire, let's make sure to top off the brake fluid to the max line. There we go. And we'll put all the parts back. Little filter mesh looking deal. We could clean that off before we put it in. Drop that in there. Wipe this down a little. Okay, we could drop that in there, and then our cap. There you go. And that's all there is to it. Hope you enjoyed this video.